Hello friends, in last lecture we have discussed regarding constipation, diarrhea and dysentery. Now today we will discuss fissure and piles, very common conditions. So one of the most important medicines, graphitis. In fissure, this patient suffering with eczema where the anus is extremely sore and the stools are covered with mucus with no tenesmus or constriction. Graphitis has to be thick. The fissures are usually caused by large feces and the parts are sore and smart. Next very common syphilitic remedy, nitric acid. These remedy is used more frequently than any other. The indicating symptoms that are on going to stool, pain in the rectum as if something were torn away, or twitching in the rectum and spasmodic contraction of the anus remain many hours afterwards. Sharp, stinging pain more in the rectum than in the anus immediately after stool and continue 2 or 3 hours after that. Sometimes prolapse of the rectum or discharge or blood from anus in nitric acid. Another very specific, very important small remedy, paeonia. Paeonia has a fissures with much oozing and the anus is offensively moist and sore. There is burning and biting lasting several hours after stool, may also be present. Patient must walk all night. Another very small and specific remedy which I am using very frequently in my practice, Ratania. There is much constriction about the anus which aching and burns for hours after stool. पेशेंट बताएगा कि मुझे बहुत जलन हो रहा है स्टूल जाने के बाद और काफ़ी टाइम तक रहता है. So there are cutting and lancinating pains also in the rectum. The dryness of the anus with sudden stitches in it, while paeonia has no dryness, there is always moist in anus. So that is the difference between the paeonia and Ratania. Next very common condition, piles, known as the hemorrhoids also. As soon as we talk about the piles, the one remedy always comes in our mind is aesculus hypocastanum. This is one of our leading remedy for hemorrhoids, and the patient comes with complaining of full of sticks inside the rectum and dryness. Patient also complain about constant backache. सर बैकएक हो रहा है और कुछ रेक्टम में कुछ स्टिचिंग पेन है और फुल ऑफ स्टिक्स जैसा फील हो रहा है. सो देयर इज अ बैकएक फ्रॉम सैक्रम एंड हिप्स जनरली एग्रावेटेड बाय वॉकिंग और स्टूपिंग. एज अ रेमेडी फॉर हेमोरॉइड्स और रेक्टल ट्रबल्स, एस्क्यूलस may be compared with collinsonia. For both have sensation as if rectum was filled with sticks. From the one symptom we could not know which one to be prescribed, but let us see some difference. How to differentiate it? First, in aesculus the prominent sensation of fullness in the rectum. Collinsonia has no such sensation. Aesculus piles do not bleed always, while collinsonia piles often bleed persistently. Aesculus has a great pain, soreness and aching in the back. Collinsonia does not have that symptoms. Aesculus sometimes has a constipation or sometimes not, but collinsonia is a great remedy for constipation with colic. I am giving collinsonia 30 with no modalities there for constipation. Now, this comparison is sufficient to differentiate both the remedies. Now next remedy comes L-scotinum. It is one of the good remedy for diarrhea we have discussed, but piles protrude like a bunch of grapes, and the bleeding often and profusely are greatly relieved by the application of cold water. And if you look in the repertory, hemorrhoids better by cold water, the only one remedy, aloe is given. Chamomile, wonderful hemorrhagic remedies, which always 80 to 90% gives result in a bleeding piles. And use in a mother tincture, frequent doses if required. When there is a flow of blood is quite copious, with excessive burning and soreness and rawness in the anus, weakness of the back as if it would break. And if you look in the repertory, hemorrhoids with a nosebleed, the chamomile is a 3 mark given. Then our favorite remedy and common remedy, Nux vomica. The patient who is living a sedentary life, habit of stimulants, when they complain about the hemorrhoids, blindly you give the Nux vomica. The hemorrhoids non-bleeding with a burning, stinging and constricted feeling in the rectum, then definitely with the confidence you should prescribe Nux vomica. If you look in the repertory, hemorrhoids in drunkard, the Nux vomica is a 3 mark. Those who are drinking every day alcohol, you should think about this remedy. Or the hemorrhoids suppress, also the Nux vomica is 3 mark. Itching hemorrhoids and keeping the sufferer awake at the night and relieved by cold water, or bleeding piles with a constant urging to stool are also another important indication of Nux vomica. Then comes sulfur. Sulfur has a constipation and itching about the anus, the worst at night, which may be considered as a keynote for its use. Hemorrhoids, blind or flowing dark blood with a violent bearing down pain from small back towards the anus and suppress hemorrhoids. If you look in the repertory, chronic hemorrhoids, sulfur is 3 mark, because we are taught and we know that sulfur is a soric remedy, but I am giving sulfur as an intercurrent also in a hemorrhoids. So my friends, Aesculus, Nux vomica, sulfur are the leading remedies for hemorrhoids. These are the just few medicines that I am just sharing with you. Homeopathy has hundreds of remedies for a different digestive disorder, which are indicated according to the individual needs, causes and manifestation. Medication should be given only after a proper case analysis for better results. So, my dear friends, you can learn all these things in my regular e-training course also. You can join my e-training. You can be a friend of on FB and Instagram. Also, for regular updates, you can subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you. Stay healthy and stay safe.